good morning to you. Good morning to you, Grenada, Caribbean, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Well, it's Wednesday, the second day of August. 2023 is the year. Gordon Joseph in your company as always. Good morning to you, Mary E. Banks, as always. Good morning. As a matter of fact, good morning to every one of you here locally and those of you out there in the diaspora. Good morning to you, Catherine Phillip. She says, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Well, good morning to you. Let's quickly see if there is any activity on our WhatsApp platform. All right. Okay. Birthday greetings going out to Nadine Antoine of Birchgrove. She is a worker at the Ministry of Infrastructure attached to the Eastern Main Road. That's at Pearls in St. Andrew. You've got greetings coming to you. Blessed and wonderful day as you celebrate another year. Best wishes to you from all your co-workers, especially Petlin. Good morning, Petlin. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing just fine. Nice. I just had a little, peek on the outside, when I got here this morning. What time was it? 10 to 5 or somewhere around there. I did not get out until just while the obituaries were going on, and it's looking good on the outside, man. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. What a wonderful world it is, despite the chaos, things happening here, there, and everywhere. War here, coup there, crime here, everything, financial woes here, politicians messing up there, and, but God is good. Life is worth living. Okay, let's get with the program, No sticking this morning. As a matter of fact, let me quickly read out this. There's some information here that was sent to me. It says the draw for Panorama, Calypso, and Soca finals will take place today, Wednesday, August 2nd, at the Spice Up the Esplanade Mall, and that happens at 4 p.m. This afternoon from 4 to 6. So the draws for positions in Calypso, Panorama, and the Soca finals, that's taking place. The draw will be taking place during the program Spice Up the Esplanade Mall, which starts at 4 p.m. today. As we continue with our cultural tip from the Grenada Cultural Foundation, I want to say good morning to Mr. Livingston Nelson and your entire team, especially you, Mrs. Hector. Good morning to you. How are you doing? And my good friend from Balthazar, Sylvan's niece. Good morning. I can't remember your name at the moment. Good morning to you and your family, your dad, your mom, everybody. Okay, the first major boost and acceptance of the jab started with the ban of jab in 1976. The second boost continued when Moss International sang Jambalasi Rule in 1991. For the first time, the shell was recorded as an instrument which was played within the jab rhythm. This song was recorded appropriately as a political commentary using the jab rhythm. Another boost for the jab came with the advent of the Tivoli drummers. The group also played a major role from 1997, playing on the streets from St. George's to Sates, the jab rhythm. The authentic sound and energy caught the attention of band leader from St. George named Super. Now, Tivoli drummers played jab on the top of a truck for Juve in town that year. The spectacle of drums with Tivoli drummers and the Super's jab players was captured on television. Tivoli drummers also swamped the surrounding villages from Moya to La Poterie onto Hermitage and Sates, parading and playing the jab rhythm during the weekdays. Grenadian artists like Talpri, Tara the Governor, and others participated in and witnessed that spectacle in Tivoli. This boost by the Tivoli drummers was by the start of a cottage industry in drum production. In excess of 200 drums over a 10-year period was produced, with some specially made for the jab community. And that has been the cultural tip for the day, presentation from the Grenada Cultural Foundation. Yeah, so there you had it. All right, nice. 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's time to get with the program. Let's say good morning, Maxwin Belfon. Good morning, Mr. Joseph, and how are you, sir? Partner Zob mentioned West Indies name so early in the morning. Now let it happen just before night time when I'm about to fall asleep now. You want to make me have a bad day? Sure, man. Nonetheless, what you do? Good morning, Cassandra Phillips says. Veronica Sandy. Good morning, GBN, Grenada, Carrico, Matinee. Good morning, Gordon, Innocent, Joseph. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Ian Best, my partner, what's up? I glimpsed you last night, but I was on a mission. You know, I had to see my daughter, so I couldn't. You know, but don't watch that. We will link up over the holidays, all right? Desmond Clovey says, good Wednesday morning, everyone. Nice. Let's get to the word of the day. Let's get here then. All right, good. Okay, the word for the day today, it is a wonderful word, a beautiful word. All right, it's contiguous. Contiguous, C-O-N-T-I-G-U-O-U-S. It's an adjective. And contiguous is a formal word used to describe things that touch each other or are immediately next to each other in time or sequence. Contiguous. I like that word. Almost like contagious. Catchy. Nice. Good. Now here's how we can use the word in a sentence. She's visited each of the 48 states in the U.S., but she hasn't been to Alaska or Hawaii yet. Okay. Nice. Good morning to you, Nadisha. How are you doing, girl? I have gotten a report that I was speaking with Mr. Bido from Carrico this morning that the frequency is not back up as yet, so I'm not certain if you are able to hear us at the moment, but I know Mike and the technical team, they're working assiduously to get that sorted out, so just bear with us a little, all right? Nonetheless, good morning to you, PCD and Maxi and Marcos Bola and 60. Good morning to you. How are you guys doing? Okay, I know we had the passing yesterday of a former Grenlick employee, a fellow villager of Dunfermline in St. Andrew, Poissy. He passed on to the great beyond yesterday. Amoy and the entire family, condolences coming from me to you, and just urge you to be strong in this time. Alright, former long-standing employee of Grenlick passed on to the great beyond yesterday. He transitioned. Man, everywhere you turn, somebody is going. Hence the reason why we have to cherish every second that we have. All right, every second that we have to cherish it and live good. You know, you mess up, you apologize, you try and make it up and move on. Life is too short to hold grudges. We all err at times, you know. So let's just fix and move on, all right? Good morning to you, Auntie. You see, I've got my new mug. Thank you, Kathy, and and what it says something. Oh, it says Florida, something Florida. All right. Florida football established in 1851. Yeah, Katian said, I don't like to see this cup you're using on mornings on television. So she brought this all the way from Florida for me. Thank you very much, Kathy. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Auntie, good morning. Nice. So the thought of the day today, it is, we need to learn to want what we have, not have what we want, in order to get stable and steady happiness. Let me reiterate this. We need to learn to want what we have, not have what we want, in order to get stable and steady happiness. Nice one. Yeah. Want what you have, make what you have do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good. Nice. Nadisha, write it down, eh? Yeah, she usually used them as her WhatsApp profile message. What's buzzing this morning? Buzzing. Of course, like I said, the draw for Panorama and the Power and Calypso, that will be done today during the Spice Up the Esplanade Mall. It starts at 4, so please be guided accordingly. Today is the 2nd of August. No major event on the Spice Mass calendar. However, on the 5th, we've got Children's Carnival Frolic. On the 6th, we've got Majestic Sunday at the National Stadium. That's Quincho. On the 10th is the Calypso Final up there in Progress Park. On the 11th, Bacchanal Friday, where we have the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competition. On the 12th of August, it's Panorama. On the 14th, we've got Juve, Pajant, Monday Night Mass. And the 15th, the grand finale, the big shebang, the Parade of the Bands, a last lap jam. Okay, in case you missed it, the finals, the finalists for the Power Soca Monarch competition is Dash, Robulus, Talpree, Muddy, Shamak, Lil Jello, Squeezehead, Looney Spark and Electrify, Boise, Mr. Walkie, and Hits. All right, I have to establish some connection with Robulus. I understand he's from Latant or somewhere in St. David. Partners, you need to touch base with me. I want to bring you on my show, if possible, tomorrow. Come, newcomer on the scene, and he is going to give a good account of himself. I want you to meet the people, so there's no better place to do it than, of course, on Classic. You understand? So we are going to try and establish connection. Somehow we're going to link up, and I'm going to try to have you on the program. All right? The finalists for the Groovy, again, we've got Dash, Terra the Governor, Lil Jello, Super Flying Flint, Rooney J, Valine, Blackadan, Looney Spark and Electrify, Boise, Mr. Walkie, and Mr. Golden. Okay, and the Calypso finalists are Papa Jerry, Rootsman Kelly, Randy Isaac, Big J, IMG, Pecos, Valine, Sour Serpent, Prince, and Superstar. Nice. We're heading down to the final. Yeah, the final of, the finals. All the finals taking place now. Good. Attorney at Law Jerry Edwin is making a case for the administration of justice in the country, which he says is currently in a deplorable state. Good morning, Council. How are you? Good morning to you, your family, your staff. Hope you are doing well. Nice. Now, on this day, August 1st, 1834, that's yesterday, okay, Emancipation Day, the British government declared all slaves in its colonies free. Now, that day is celebrated as Emancipation Day. It took, in all earnesty, it is the 1st of August. However, in Grenada, it is now being celebrated the second Monday of the month of August. We hear that the Honorable, I like to call him that, Ali Gill is making a plea to have the 1st of August declared a public holiday, and I think it is meritorious. His Majesty's opposition and political leader of the New National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, addressed the crime situation in Grenada, especially as we embark on the annual Spice Mass celebrations. Also buzzing, the curtains came down on the criminal assizes on Monday at the St. George's No. 1 High Court, with the completion of 25 of the 112 cases that were listed for adjudication. 25 out of 112. Wow. Okay, you heard me mention his name earlier, the farmer, Robulus the farmer. He says he is ready. A first-timer in the final of the soca competition, he says he's ready to give his fans a treat. And I do believe you, St. David, we go represent, all right? You know what I'm saying? Good morning to you, Andre Fletcher and Kitty and Eggies and the entire posse that we always play the All Fours and thing together. There's one of us missing. I'm not going to mention it because it's very touchy. All right, good. Okay, according to the World Health Organization, blood donation must increase rapidly in more countries to ensure a reliable supply of safe blood for patients whose lives depend on it. Here at home, the Ministry of Health is on a campaign for O-negative blood. Know your blood type, go donate blood, save a life. All right, folks, those of you that are locked on Classic, we've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather coming. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. That's it. We take the break, we do the news, and then we come back with the conversation after 7. Don't you?
Carriacou is the place to be. August 4th to the 7th for the 50th year of the Carriacou Regatta Festival. The Carriacou Regatta Festival, which is the longest sailing event in the region, is celebrated under the theme Timeless Culture on the Sea. Come join us for 4 days of exciting and competitive boat racing from Friday to Monday. Fun games, day and night parties, road marathon, Miss Teen Regatta, night boat cruises, the foreign artist show, donkey race, and greasy pole are some of the activities to look forward to. For more info, contact the Regatta Jumper on 473-443-7930. The Carriacou Regatta Festival 2023, August 4th to the 7th. Sail by day, party by night. Carriacou welcomes you.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Reporting the news of the day. On this day, August 1, 1834, the British government declared all slaves in its colonies free. Today, Grenada celebrates Emancipation Day as the annual event recognizes the sacrifices of ancestors. Rena Thomas reports.
On August 1st, 1838, forced slavery within Grenada and the rest of the British West Indies ended. The 18,000 men, women, and children who were slaves were finally free. 185 years later, Grenada continues to commemorate Emancipation Day on August 1st, annually with cultural celebrations. Members of the Cultural Foundation and government held an emancipation walk and short ceremony in the town of St. George to remember the sacrifices of our ancestors. The event highlighted various aspects of our culture.
So won't you help us sing these songs of freedom? They're all I ever had. Redemption's gone.
Emancipation of slaves started its journey on August 1st, 1834, with the implementation of a compulsory internship of slaves to their former owners for the next 6 years and 4 years of all other slaves. For 3/4 of the week, ex-slaves over the age of 6 years were required to work for their former owners without pay but given adequate rations. Children under 6 years of age was completely free, but the dependency on the estates of their rations forced most into similar situations as the apprentices. Apprenticeship was meant to allow estate owners adequate time to adjust to the drastic change due to the end of slavery and help promote industry. The 4-year of the apprenticeship system were not as smooth a transition for slavery as envisioned. Apprentices protested as best they could, but the majority of law against them made their many actions pointless, even dangerous. Though magistrates were employed to safeguard the rights of the apprentices, estate owners abused these rights until taught on August 1st, 1838. On Monday, 7th August, a national holiday, Grenada will continue to commemorate Emancipation Day through other cultural events and activities in various parishes, including the anticipated Rainbow City Festival in Big Parish, St. Andrew. For GBN News, I am Rena P. Thomas reporting.
Significant updates to key provisions of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court civil procedure rules came into force on Monday, July 31, 2023. Beverly Telesford has more in this report.
The revised edition 2023 of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court Civil Procedure Rules, CPR, includes several important updates and amendments which reflect the evolving needs of the legal system. The changes are intended to improve procedural efficiency and access to justice. Some of the notable revisions include the introduction of electronic filing and service of documents, the expansion of case management powers of the court, and the introduction of strict timelines for specific stages of proceedings. High Court Judge Her Ladyship Paula Guilford said the amendments are expected to improve how court proceedings are carried out from multiple angles.
The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court Civil Procedure Rules 2000, now the revised edition 2023, was redesigned to improve access to justice for both legal practitioners and all court users by making legal proceedings less expensive and quicker, especially for non-lawyers, since it sought to address the issues which may have hampered the smooth operation of the CPR 2000, while keeping abreast of the time and the changing environment of the world and the court.
Justice Guilford expounded on some of the added features of the 2023 revised edition of the CPR.
The introduction of the electronic portal filing and service procedure has and will reduce the strain of document management, since it allows for the electronic compilation and filing of electronic bundle of documents. The revised rules have removed the requirement for leave for judicial review. Also, there is no requirement to apply to the court for permission to serve proceedings out of the jurisdiction if the proceedings fall within one or more of the applicable gateways under Rule 7.3. There is the introduction of judicial settlement conference called pre-action protocols, and they are also consequences for unreasonable refusal to engage within the court-connected alternative dispute resolution, thereby encouraging the resolution of disputes without engaging in the trial process. These are just some of the new features of the CPR Revised Edition 2023.
The rules will serve as a guide to judges for dispensing justice in the civil court and all other users accessing the court. All court proceedings, which started on July 31st, 2023, are to be dealt with using the CPR Revised Edition 2023 unless there is a fixed trial date in a matter and there is no adjournment to the matter. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Well, the curtains came down on the criminal assizes on Monday at the St. George's No. 1 High Court with the completion of 25 of the 112 cases that were listed for adjudication. Nisha Paul has this report.
According to Senior Crown Counsel in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, Howard Pinnock, 74 cases have been traversed to the next sitting of the assizes, which is scheduled to open on September 15. 13 of these matters are listed for sentencing, including Prince Harry and Alden Joseph for the offense of rape and robbery with violence in connection with an incident that occurred on New Year's Day. AG Adrian Peter Henry for the offense of arson following the fire that destroyed the Douglaston estate in June 2020, and Kellon Andrew for the offense of non-capital murder in connection with the February 2019 death of Lamode St. George resident Floyd Olive. These matters are all before Grenada's lone sitting criminal judge, Madam Justice Paula Guilford, who presides over the St. George's No. 1 High Court. Justice Guilford has had to take on additional workload following the exit of her colleague, Madam Justice Victoria Charles Clark, who presided over the St. George's No. 2 High Court. Justice Charles Clark retired in March after providing just under 4 years of service to the Supreme Court of Grenada in both the criminal and civil jurisdictions. Attorney Anselm Clouden is among the practicing attorneys, citing the need for additional criminal judges to address the significant backlog of cases at the level of the High Court.
Now, without a criminal courts functioning with 2 judges, we would have exponential delays of persons awaiting trial at Her Majesty's prison for whom bail was denied. And therefore, we would have a backlog that this sitting judge cannot address in the new term. Already we have some 200 odd cases on the docket that has not been prosecuted. And every term it increases, even when we had 2 judges.
According to the statistics obtained from the Richmond Hill prison, there are currently 38 inmates on remand, 16 males and 2 females, while 34 inmates are awaiting trial. The Richmond Hill prison currently has a population of 262 inmates, 3 females and 259 males, including 13 non-nationals. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Meanwhile, Attorney-at-Law Jerry Edwin is making a case for the administration of justice in the country, which he says is currently in a deplorable state. Here's the report.
We cannot review deeds, records of property, because they are in 200-year-old books. The pages are tattered. They are filled with mold. The registrar is saying that these books should not be accessible because of the health risk. Digitization has somehow been left on the shelf.
Citing several other issues, Attorney Jerry Edwin expressed this view, and I quote, that we don't have an operating administrative justice system in Grenada.
Last week, there was no air condition on the second floor. You come to the courts on certain occasions, there is no water. In a court of law, in the High Court, the elevator does not take you up to the first floor. In the High Court,
the attorney also highlighted the need for a law library.
In every single jurisdiction in the Caribbean, you can walk into a law library, except Grenada. We are told, and judges come here and they say this, Grenada has the most militant bar. But as the esteemed Justice Glasgow said this morning, our bar needs to stand up and call on government to fix the problems of the courthouses, fix the problem of the registry and the court records.
Edwin says while he does not know what lurks in the hearts and minds of the current members of parliament, there have been a lot of broken promises over the years.
After all, the site at Mount Welldale, where the parliament now sits, was designated for the courts. In fact, the courthouses had to be constructed before the parliament. Instead, the wise men and women in parliament, seeking their own interest, built their house first. And so the courts are like a stepchild to the government.
Last December, Attorney General and Minister for Legal Affairs, Senator Claudette Joseph, affirmed that the ruling NDC administration is continuing with plans to construct a new Hall of Justice to promote the effective operation of the local legal fraternity. Senator Joseph told Parliament that the government has allocated $3 million for the start of construction on the first phase of the new Hall of Justice in 2024. Dialogue on construction started in 2010 under the previous NDC government led by then Prime Minister Tillman Thomas to be built on the land that once housed the official residence of the Governor General. The building is expected to centralize operations of the magistrates and Supreme Courts, registry, mediation center, and master's chambers. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Get away from your daily stress with a Grenada vacation at the Coyaba Beach Resort. Coyaba is located on the world-famous Grenada Beach and boasts 5.5 acres of beautiful gardens. We offer excellent service, good food and drink, well-appointed rooms, and friendly staff in a safe environment. Facilities include 2 restaurants, 2 bars, swimming pool, water sports, tennis, gym, and body treatment rooms. Call 473-444-4129.
At the NIS, our team proudly works to support the evolving needs of Grenadians. We have made some changes to our operations and want to keep you informed. Firstly, we are happy to introduce the new unemployment benefit. This benefit will provide an insured person with 50% of his or her former income in the case of sudden unemployment. To support this benefit and other benefits we offer, it was necessary to increase the contribution rate. The contribution rate will increase gradually each year until it reaches 16% in 2031. As always, the contribution will be split between you and your employer. The pensionable age will also increase from 60 to 65 years. This increase will also be gradually reaching age 65 in 2029. Pensioners will continue to be eligible for a pension from age 60, but will receive a reduced payment. The NIS recognizes that the prices of basic customer goods are increasing globally. Therefore, we are happy to also increase the weekly minimum pension payment by 25%. Finally, we have adjusted our survivor's benefit payment to a percentage of the age pension minimum. Widows, widowers, and dependent parents will receive 100% or $58 weekly, while children will receive 50% or $29 weekly of the deceased's pension. We are here to make the transition to these new changes as clear and simple as possible. If you have any questions on how these changes impact you and your family, please contact our new informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Thank you for allowing us to be your social security provider.
Rebecca Television Center, a first-timer in the final of the soca competition, says he's ready to give his fans a treat. Christina John reports.
By now, most of you are familiar with this headline.
Money, money! Money, money, money!
This rendition, The Farmer, is one of the favorites this carnival season. Performed by Robbie Augustine, a.k.a. Robulus, is the song that earned him a spot in the finals of the Dr. Trevor Friday Soca Monarch. The artist, a resident of St. David, told GBN after 17 years of singing, this is his first time entering the finals. But just where did the inspiration come from? Robulus spoke to our news desk in an exclusive interview on Tuesday.
The truth is right in my garden because I'm a farmer, you understand? And I know the things that will be going through in my garden. Certain things I just be see going on in my garden. And it's like people feel that I have no eyes and I just can't see. You understand? So that music, you understand? For from the distress and the kind of things people trying to do to me in my own garden. Like talking about it and speaking about it. While speaking about it, the inspiration hitting me like it's like you need to sing a song about that, man. You understand? You need to sing a song about that. And I had a good friend. I was telling him, look what's happening in my garden, and he turned and say, why you don't make a song with that? You understand? And he gives me that kind of motive. He tells me, he say, man, make a song with that, man. I know you could do it, man. And at the same time, the inspiration hit me, and I just sat, start going into the music.
With Bacchanal Friday just over 1 week away, Robulus shared details about his preparation and what fans can expect.
Oh, to tell you the truth, I just happiness in my heart. You understand? For all these years I've been trying, keep knocking at the door, and now the door open. So I must feel happy. Well, I'm just trying to get myself in a game because I know the competition is right there. Presentation, working on that. Understand? The dancers, trying to get the farmers and them organized, Next week Friday. It sure will be nice, man. Everybody telling me that. Who saying you coming in the first three? Who saying they wanted to win, so come on out. You understand? I just want to go out there and perform for my fans and them. You understand? I don't really fighting for no position to say, oh, I should come forward. That's not inside me. I'm going out there to make my fans feel happy. Yeah.
Apart from expressing his grief in song, the farmer advised other farmers to allow the law to take its course, despite their losses.
Tell you the truth, we're just supposed to take the law in my hand. We're supposed to let the law handle these things and them. And it's not only me like a farmer who have been going through this thing. You have people more bigger farmer than me. They have more big farm than me. They have everything. You understand? I'm just a farmer who just trying to struggle in the line. And I know the kind of things a lot of farmers will be going through. You understand? People take the thing, they go and sell it. Some of them take it. They do farmers all kind of thing, man. All kind of things they do to farmers in Grenada here. And not only here, worldwide. Money! Buy him! Hey, yo, GBN, big up yourself, we love you.
Christina John, GBN News.
As the carnival season nears its peak, many Grenadians are preparing to support their favorite artists and queen contestants in the upcoming shows. Members of the public have been using social media to express their opinions on who may capture the various crowns. GBN News sought to find out the personalities people are supporting this carnival.
As usual, I'm a boy scholar. I don't know scholar outspoken. He's outspoken. It doesn't matter where you put him, he's outspoken.
On Specky, man. All the bring back Specky.
Groovy boys too.
Hey, you listen to Calypso? Anybody you like? No?
Nah. I listen to Calypso.
Sure, you like any one of them?
Nah. None of them.
For soca, I will support Dash. The reason why being because Dash, his context, you have a positive vibes to it. The other soca artist is okay, but Dash is the one I'm supporting. Oh, groovy. That's a tough one. I would say probably Mandela Links. I don't know. Yeah, Mandela Links. Nah, I'm not much of the Calypso type, but groovy and soca.
What about the ladies for the queens? Any one of them? St. Andrew, St. David, who you supporting?
St. David's.
All right.
I'm a St. David's man, so. St. David's.
Boys for soca. Well, same thing. I would say same thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like any of the girls for the queen show?
Well,
St. Andrew, which one?
Honestly, I don't do a queen show thing. Yeah.
Over on the sister Isle, organizers there of Carriacou Regatta 2023 say this year's event is expected to be bigger and better with more prizes for participants. Rena Pitt Thomas says more.
Carriacou Regatta 2023 is on and will be held under the theme On the Sea as organizers try to revive more sea activities as part of the festival. The regatta will run from August 4th to the 7th. Public Relations Officer on the Carnival Regatta Committee, Kenrick Gay, highlighted several of the main activities.
We have Miss Teen Aquival. So I'll be on the tennis court. We have 5 contestants from different villages taking part. Friday we have Euphoria. That's a red event. That is Vaughn and his band and some other local artists. Saturday is when the sailing starts. So Saturday we have the Round the Island race, long open boats also on Saturday. And so the open boats will be leaving from Hillsborough, that is 11 o'clock. And the Round the Island race will be leaving from Windward at 10 a.m. Friday we have a welcome party for the sailors that is coming in from other islands. That's taking place at the Moment Tavern. Sunday we have, that's when we have the onshore activities. We're talking about mango eating competition with tug of war, and Monday is the closing ceremony prize giving.
Carriacou is famous for its boat building tradition, and the festival highlights this along with onshore activities such as donkey racing, the greasy pole, and the street parties. While there are many local boats registered for the race this year, they expect sailors from other Caribbean countries to participate as well.
So Baker, we have a lot of boats. We have more than 15 boats from Baker coming on this year. And we have boats from Woburn as well. We have boats from Canawan and we have from Pitamatic, and we have boats from Carol. Because this year the sailors from down here went and take part in the regatta in Baker. So they're returning the favor by coming down in ours. Expecting the official number is 120.
The PRO said participants will see a great improvement in the prizes this year compared to previous years, as government promised to assist in this regard.
Yes, the increase for the Round the Island race, which is the big race, is now 7,500. It was 4,005 last year. It's now up to, I stand to be corrected on that one, but it's now up to 7,500 for this year. So all the other races got an increase as well, but the Round the Island race, which is the big race, got the biggest increase. All the prices that was raised, the ministry agreed to pay all the increases. So that is not part of the regatta budget. So all the increases is going to be paid by the ministry.
For GBN News, I am Rena Perr-Thomas reporting.
Welcome to the SMC's Crescendo to Grenada's Panorama 2023. And you see pan business, that is we business.
My name is Andrea Isdale. I am 21 years old and I am from St. Paul's. For me, playing pan was like second nature because like any other community-based organization, when you grow up seeing your parents do something, it's natural for you to want to do it. So it wasn't a choice, it wasn't a decision. It was just a natural thing that I knew that I actually had to do. So it was no choice. At the pan yard we have on Thursdays is our in-house pan yard liming day. So we have different things. So tonight is our cricket night. We have games night. We try to bring in persons to speak, to have motivational nights, to get players more inspired and wanting to play the pan more and to have a greater love for the pan. So that's some of the things that we do. It's definitely okay to come and see us practice. We always put on a show, whether it's practice or performance or a gig. Our days for practice are Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m.
Good morning once again and welcome back. It's time for another conversation this morning. So many things to talk about. Before we do that, I'd like to go to our Facebook page and see what's happening there. Lydia Cameron, innocent blessed Wednesday morning, and it seems like we're going to have a very hot day today. Well, yes. Marilyn Gordon, good Wednesday morning, everyone. Good morning, Gordon. Good morning to you, Marilyn. Jerome Filbert, how much songs you hear this year addressing the struggle of the Grenada people or the state of crime and violence? Is only sugar just for the crowd? Is you out the door? Where is those who always say they represent the vulnerable on the Pope and out of ink? No, Pope and out of ink. Okay, all right. Cynthia B says good morning. Mildred Smith, good morning, Mr. Gordon. Hope you had a restful night. Yes, I slept like a baby, I slept like a piece of cheese between two slices of bread. Marilyn Gordon, Grenada people are not struggling. They're too happy. Grenada don't have crime compared to other countries. Right now, Grenadians is the most happiest in the Caribbean, allegedly. Only my opinion. Mr. Innocent, the fruitcake is in the oven. So says Mildred Smith. Listen to me. Stop doing this to me, all right? Okay? Don't tell me about the cake. Bring the cake. The proof of the cake is in the eating. You know what I'm saying? Good. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada. Karikopidi Matnik. Blessings to all on this beautiful Wednesday. Have a wonderful, safe, productive day, everyone from New York. My good partner up here, Arthur Langa, and he says, good morning, pleasant good morning, Wednesday morning to you, my good brother and friend. All right. Someone asked Jerome Filbert, he asked the question, what happened to the funds made by the group? I guess he's referring to the Tivoli drummers. Where is them today after all those traveling and representing for years? Good morning, GBN family. Sorry to say this information given RE, the jab, and its spread is not really correct. Okay. All right, Arthur, you like my mug, right? I will show off on you. The coffee nice. Someone told me yesterday I should be drinking cocoa tea or bush tea or something. Yeah, I just drink that too, but I like my coffee. Nice, good. What's happening this morning? Let's quickly recap what happened so far this morning. The word for the day, it was a wonderful word, contiguous, and it is a formal word used to describe things that touch each other or are immediately next to each other in time or sequence. The thought for the day, we need to learn to want what we have, not have what we want, in order to get stable and steady happiness. Okay, in case you missed it, the finalists for the Power Soca competition, Dash, Robulus, Talpri, Muddy, Shamak, Lil Jello, Squeezehead, Looney Spark and Electrify, Boise and Mr. Walkie, and also Hits. The Groovy finalists, Dash, Terra the Governor, Lil Jello, Super Flying Flint, Rooney J, Valine, Blackadan, Looney Spark and Electrify, Boise, Mr. Walkie, and Mr. Golden. My TV guy doesn't have that other segment with the finalists for the Calypso competition. All right, Papa Jerry, Rootsman Kelly, Randy Isaac, Big J, IMG, Pecos, Valine, Sour Serpent, Prince, and Superstar. Prince, congratulations to you again, man. Yeah, you've got two great songs, deliver them, and All right, so what else is buzzing? The attorney at law, Jerry Edwin, is making a case for the administration of justice in the country, which he says is currently in a deplorable state. If you want to talk on that, you can, share your comments and your thoughts on this. Emancipation Day, it is the 1st of August. All right. However, along the passing of time, it was changed in Grenada to the first Monday in August. Now, the question, I know folks like my good friend from Friends of the Earth, you would like to comment on that. Do you think that enough emphasis is being placed on it? We heard that Mr. Ali Gill, the Honorable Ali Gill, I like to refer to him, my good friend, he made some remarks yesterday in that celebration on the Carnage, and he requested that the 1st of August be declared a public holiday. Do you think that's a fair request? What are your thoughts? Do you think Emancipation Day should be celebrated really and truly on that date in particular, the 1st of August? And should that date be declared a public holiday? And we can talk on that and anything within your vicinity that you think is worthy of conversation. It's 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go to the telephone line right away. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning in the sense and morning to your listeners and your viewers.
Welcome.
No, emancipation is very near to my heart. Not the ceremonial part of it, as with some people. To me, that's the most important day for people who emerged from the plantation. Because that was a day, symbolically, that where we were told at least we can make a first start to our life as non-slave, although to a large extent we are still slaves. But that's for another conversation. So for me, the most important day is that, and so we should honor that day not necessarily with a holiday, but with reverence. Much more than when we say we having Thanksgiving in October for murdering our citizens. I mean, I don't understand how our brains are thinking. We honor days. Could you imagine, and I agonized yesterday, could you imagine if Christmas came and no attention was given to it? I mean, you have riot. Yet Christmas is not our thing. Christmas has been given to us. And if you want to doubt me, if that was Christmas was really a real something that should influence us, how come you have two celebrations of Christmas, one in December and one in January, one by the Western Church in December and one by the Eastern Church in January? So he said, but in terms of emancipation, we know that was the day that the oppressors formally said, okay, you are free to go. We know we didn't really like a dog. If you hold a dog or a fowl for a long time, even when you let it go, it really doesn't feel that sense of freedom. They would take it a little time, and we're still working on that. So we should build up, not so much ceremonial, but reverence for that day. Because after struggle, after making the plantation unprofitable and so on, it's not because the goodness of these people and them, it became unprofitable. So that they had to let us go. Of course, they found new ways to hold us back. And that is where we have to work on making sure we are free. For instance, when these people realized that they couldn't keep us in chains, they decided they had to find a way. And the very thing they were refusing to allow us to have access to the Bible, they only insist on us, the Bible and religion. So, and you have people fighting each other over this thing which they don't understand, most of them. I mean, it's ridiculous. We have to help to elevate our people, as Amical Cabral said. When after people have been freed, they need to go back to the higher level of the previous culture. And we are still shameful. We are still denying our Africanness and everything else, everything other than whatever. I'm saying, and let me use this opportunity in case you don't know. Somehow the rich decided along the way that they need to celebrate and not celebrate the August holiday. They need to make it theirs so that they introduce horse racing the Monday and Tuesday for their pleasure. We never understood it.
Okay.
And what happened?
No, I said go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, further, I'm ending here. Further, when we introduced when we had colonial cricket with the first stadium, we swapped. We say, okay, let's swap one of the holidays. It will never be stored. This is something that still aches my heart.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning, my good friend Mike Hutchinson. How are you doing, bro? Hope you're doing fine. You and the family. Hope all is well with you all. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program, man.
How are you too? Just give me 2 minutes. I just want to send condolence and my sympathy to the family of Mr. Randolph Greenwich Precy.
Yeah.
This gentleman was a very good gentleman. He worked with the electricity company from the days of the Bond Point. That is where the post office is, the general post office. And he's one of the people that have one of the men that have all of us in an advanced stage with electricity.
Hold on, not the Saturday when you came on the program and we spoke about Poise?
Yeah. Puise, because I mentioned it to you that is the man that
give the truck to drive and all kind of thing.
Yeah, give him the
and
truck
bungs on the poster.
Oh yeah. He bungs on the pool and the gate and the airport and all this thing. But in all of that, he is one of the men that every village in Grenada today, he's one of the men that brought the Quran the first time to that village. All over. That is, and people don't know. But wherever Quran is, so look at the advanced stage. You know when Grenada was the lights and the lantern and the pole for lights in St. George's. Look at the way today to street light. These fellas bring this thing from there. They work real hard. And he's a very strong, physically he's strong. His voice is strong. In meetings, that is a man who'll get up and speak for everyone. And as I told you, he was a good gentleman. Look, even for all of us in the younger group that take over from them, when we was taking over and we just joined, even though you don't come with food, that man have 3 big bowl. I wonder how your wife doing that every morning.
Yeah,
3 big bowl for everybody to get some food lunchtime for, because we young, we just hustling. You understand? And he did all the things, because my main thing is the dumpling, the stiff dumpling.
That's how we cook up that side, you know. That's my hometown, you know. We teach people to do these things.
You see, when big people die, lawyers and doctors and all that, we hear a lot about them. But these men, was very instrumental today. I think even what I will say to the guys in Grenada, the younger ones now, each village where because no teams going all over. When they reach to that village, just should offer a little prayer or a minute silence for him, because he's one of the men that brought the Quran there.
Okay.
And I learned a lot from him. He used to be my foreman at a period, right?
All right.
So thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I want to say good morning to my team there at Grenlec, Miss Prudence Greenage and the entire team, Leslyn Barry, Miss Slocum, my good friend Miss Lydia Courtney. Good morning to you, Courtney Francis. Good morning. I know Grenlec is going to do something remarkable on the passing of Puise. Maybe you're all too young to know him, but you know, he, as the caller said, he was very, very instrumental in the electrification process of Grenada, and he has passed on to the great beyond yesterday. Just a few minutes after he died, I got the phone call, hey, Puise died, you know. I was intent on visiting, but circumstances beyond my control, I couldn't make it, but hold strong. 28 minutes after 7 o'clock, I want to say a very happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mildred. And I want my cake now. Happy birthday, Mildred. I hope you enjoy it to the fullest, and have a blast. God bless you to see another one. Have a blast at it. Surround yourself with good people, good family, good friend, and enjoy it. Celebrate it to the max. All right, it's a gift, and treat it like that. I know Paula is gonna come over and bring some special stuff for you, and you all will have a blast. Keep me in the midst. All right. 29 minutes after 7 o'clock, 435-2041. That's the number to call. There are so many burning issues. Like I said, I'd like to hear from you on your take on the significance of emancipation to us. And do you think that it is given enough space, enough precedence? There are other things to talk about. I do not limit your speech. I would limit the time in which you speak. And give me a call, 435-2041. Soka, happy birthday. All right. Jillian McIntyre, good morning, everyone. All right. Dulis Williams, good morning, Innocent. Happy blessed day. Thank you very much, Julius. Mr. Ernesto Jose, I see you posting something up here. Good morning, my favorite Calypsonian. I am still awaiting a song from you. Still have studio time. Listen to me. Let me tell you what I'll do, right? I am going to wait, let the carnival season over, then I'm going to just call a jam and say, hey, let me record my song now and play it for you, okay? Good. it's not due to shortage of songs. It's just a choice. I choose to give that up. Good morning to you, teacher Edison Francis. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. All right, 30 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's take our commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. The conversation continues.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
Get away from your daily stress with a Grenada vacation at the Coyaba Beach Resort. Coyaba is located on the world-famous Grenada Beach and boasts 5.5 acres of beautiful garden. We offer excellent service, good food and drink, well-appointed rooms and friendly staff in a safe environment. Facilities include 2 restaurants, 2 bars, swimming pool, water sports, tennis, gym, and body treatment rooms. Call 473-444-4129.
Co-owner and founder of Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental. We provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NIF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NIF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all of the small business to consider getting on board with the NIF and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
Welcome back to the viewers and listeners. The conversation continues right here. Quick comments. Danley Alexis says, good morning, Innocent. Can you please convey to the management of GBN disappointment with the regular times the people from the northern and eastern side of the country cannot get the GBN? It seems with just a sneeze, the transmitter goes off. GBN need to correct that. All right, Danley. I was trying to hail you up. Was it yesterday? I saw you in Corinth, but you weren't paying attention to me. You're minding your business. Nonetheless, I can assure you that Mike and the team is working hard to get the transmission back up to speed. Some things are really beyond our control, and don't worry, we are working on it. All right. We know how important it is for you all to, be connected to us. Quick comment here from a good friend of mine on the WhatsApp platform. Good morning to you, Pat. How are you? All right. Keep looking as beautiful as you are. Good. It is sad that emancipation was not recognized in full effect yesterday. The public must be educated along the lines, and so is the government. Could someone higher up not say that day is the day when slavery was abolished? It should be a huge celebration. The people should have been abstaining from labor. It made us look as if we were unaware of the significance. We need to wake up. Although the word reached late to many plantations, the significance of this day should be respected. This is a crime shame. It makes us look like we have not emancipated ourselves from mental slavery. Next week, what? Papi show. Okay. Morning, Pat. How are you doing? You good? Hope you're having a good day thus far. All right. Another contributor here on the WhatsApp platform says, there are so many things that should be done the past 10 years and was not done. Grenadians. Not everything can be done in 1 year's time. Give the present government time to do what's most needed in our beautiful island. Lord help the Prime Minister and the whole Grenada government to work under your guidance. Let our people put their trust in you, Lord, and you will have the final say. And she continues to say, good morning, Gordon. Queen show is my thing. I am still waiting to see the Carnival Queen photos so I can choose. Well, I could tell you who to choose. Seeing that you haven't seen them as yet, let me tell you. All right? Let me inform you who you should choose. Nah, I ain't saying that. Nah. 435-2041. The calls are slow this morning. I'm wondering why. Nonetheless, Ann Jackson, things was so good. Your voice sounded powerful. Who, my voice? Yeah, I'm drinking from a new mug, in case you didn't realize. Thanks to Coffee Ann. Good. Ernesto Jose, I think it will be a great time to educate ourselves on what is emancipation. And what is emancipation? And I think during the revolution, we had a better understanding of what is emancipation because we had developed that relationship with countries in Africa like Zimbabwe. Let me see what else he's saying. Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt, Iraq, and Liberia, just to name a few. So we feel that connection to the mother, and having Dr. Kenneth Kaunda and Winnie Mandela visited during the Emancipation Day was a plus. How we were taught more of our ancestors and the motherland. I think if we want a holiday, we have to be educated first. Good morning, caller.
Innocent, how are you doing today?
I am not doing bad at all. How about you?
Great. Innocent. Foolishness is what reigning these days, my friend. You look as though when God was sharing foolishness, one person run up and we're so greedy they take all the foolishness. So that's what we've seen. Foolish. But what I really called to talk about is not really that. I couldn't get the opportunity to call back when people bashing me and saying Miss Anne-Marie Days, she hate the government, why she, and all kind of things they say against me.
But defended you.
Hold on. I'm not finished. Hold on. But all I want to say is that I was very happy, and let me tell you publicly, that you have said that you have listened to other people, listened to me, and I have always provided constructive criticism towards Keith Mitchell, government, Bishop, and now that is a fact, and it's not that I hate anybody or I mean anything. I talk about something that's wrong in the NNP time, I hate Keith Mitchell. I talk about Bishop, I hate Bishop. No, I hate Deacon. No, people, I'm telling you, I don't want to go it over again. It's just that I cannot tolerate mediocrity. You must be able to perform, and if you can't perform, just get out. I think that we taxpayers pay politicians, I ain't talking about this one, generally. they have to be accountable to us. We demand answers. We need to know, because we have placed you all in a position of trust. We have entrusted the affairs of this country. It's like an estate. We give you an estate to manage. We are your employer. You are an employee. And all we ask is that you tell us what's happening. We need to know. And if I don't get the answers, I talk about it, I say something, that doesn't mean I hate Deacon or hate Keith or anybody. Let me give you an example. Some time ago, just recently, the leader of this country was out for 2 weeks. You don't get press conference as before, because in Keith Mitchell days, you're getting press conference all the time. He have no press conference, right? But the fact is that I'm saying to you that we are paying you, Deacon Mitchell, and you're accountable to us. You go out for 2 weeks, you went to the heads of government conference. I don't know what happened in the heads of government conference, whether they have, I need to know about Haiti, I need to know what's happening. You 2 weeks, you're out. I'm not paying money, or I'm not paying you to go and cock up your foot and have a good time. You are accountable to the people, and I hold you in that esteem. It's not that I disrespect you or mean anything. And you and all the governments, whether it's NNP or NDC or PRG, I am paying you. And all I'm saying is, if I see something that I'm not happy about, if I see something that is bothering me, that concerns the country for the betterment, all I could do is provide constructive criticism and suggestions. And I am suggesting to them that they have to be a little bit more accountable to the people. You just can't do as you like, because I think people fail to realize that it's we that have the power.
Yeah.
And when you see the elect politicians, people just want to worship them and think, and I have to thank them for this and thank them for that. Yes, we could be courteous if we wish to thank them, but we don't have to thank them, because we are paying them to do a job. And when you tell people that, they're vexed. These people are public servants, whether it's the Deacon, whether it's the Keith, whether it's Emmeline, whether whoever it is, irrespective of who party it is. You all are the people's servant. You all are serving me and Marie, and I'm paying all you. And it's not that I'm disrespecting anybody, but I require answers. I require things to know. And you have to tell me, you just can't go every time you hear about it. Up to now, I know is a set of up and down every day, and you're coming back with nothing and not even self-giving account. And I find truth, during the COVID time, they doesn't have all this amount of traveling. You have technology. You could utilize the technology and do a lot of things. I'm not saying that you can't go. Yes, but you could use it, technology, and change it and let us save the taxpayers, because it's all these things that you need to do that I would suggest it. Use more technology and stay in Grenada and see what to be done. All this thing about crime, all kind of thing. I'm not blaming the government for crime. If you want to hear me say that, that's a horse of a different color. I don't really, there's no correlation, there's no data to suggest that. But sit down, 14 people thinking, people dead, you don't hear nothing. And so we need to hear from the leader of the country and the leaders what's going on. I demand accountability. And it's not that I hate anybody. So people, please get that clear. I have done so with all governments, respect to all of them, appreciate all of them, but put it in your pipe and smoke it. I ain't worship nobody. Keep Michelle down, whether it's King of England. I don't even say, because as far as I'm concerned, all of these people are ordinary people. They will die. There's nothing of significance important to me. But people, if you say something constructively, you hate them. And people, stop saying I hate people. I hate everybody.
I know you're better than that.
I'm not happy about something, I talk about it.
I know you're better than that, all right?
Thank you, bye-bye.
Have a good one. All right. Good, thanks. All right, my good friend Anne-Marie. Okay, leave Anne-Marie alone, please, all right? Anne-Marie's a nice lady, a very wonderful lady, all right? Leave her alone. She has a right, like everybody else, to voice her opinions, and everyone has one. Okay, so leave Anne-Marie alone, please. Good, nice. Now, you did say you encouraged all to stop the littering, but you do not. It seems you believe the soul has no exterior. Polluting is a reflection of your care of the land. All right, that's one of my contributors on WhatsApp. Slavery was stopped by government in London, but slavery still goes on in Africa today. Emancipation was the white government in London saying this is wrong. We must teach true history without always trying to instill a narrow-minded view. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
How you do?
I'm good. I too would like to add my voice to say condolences to the Greenwich family of Dunfermline, especially Amoy and those who lived with him and all of his entire family. He was indeed a good soul. I would miss his big mouth on the block. Mr. Gordon.
Yes.
I miss the days when GBN go around to the mass camp and, keep us abreast and the various, what is going on. You guys need to come up to the Rainbow City mass promoters and, be in touch with how we make costumes. Up in Grand Bros, we make costume, we don't import.
I know that.
And we have it. So come on up to the countryside now. Let us call us country bookie. But all who leave the country and go down in...
Is that who you talking to?
All those people from the country that go in town.
Them, not
and
me
in
talking
all the various departments and ministries.
Okay.
And those that money. All of them was country bookie too, but they forgetting us.
Yeah.
I just want to say to us, as adults and as parents, what do you do when our children fail, when we love them so dearly? Do we continue to publicly bash and bash? Or you would, seek assistance and help them and talk to them privately? No. It's okay to say what we want and air, but it's also okay to talk to them privately because you know what? Young adults too, as they growing, they have a lot of pride and sometimes we don't even believe that we embarrass them publicly. So there is nothing wrong. And if you figure, well, my son always come in at the bottom of the class and I want him to excel, so let me get some private tutoring and help them. When you're given a position to lead and you're called upon to be a guest speaker somewhere, you cannot always shy away. We're known for, going out there to get what we need, and we must appreciate that. So many times, and lately, the government have been having press conferences, and how much of the journalists going. Let us be fair. Let us be honest. Let them give them time to grow. Like some people say, you can't just take up some little people by the road and expect them to work magic overnight. They are learning, they are growing, and we need to work with them and appreciate their efforts. I really do love young people, and I appreciate their efforts, and I want us to give them time to grow. I'm not saying we shouldn't condemn, but let us give them time to grow. Let us watch our plants blossom and bloom where they planted. Have a great carnival, everyone. Keep the cutlasses at home. Keep the bottles at home. Love, peace to everyone.
Let me ask you this: what evenings do the Rainbow City Mass Band organize? What days are they there?
Man, we don't to carnival church, so I assume every night Miss Bain and them would be in the band. Sometimes they probably have people that would be there because there's a lot of work to be done.
Nice.
You have the headpiece, you have the back piece, you have who want a little piece of thing cut out by the side there. So a lot of people volunteers. They have people that would come around and be there, like mass camp.
Okay, all right.
Well, I know you do your Saturday morning thing.
We'll see. All right. We'll see. I will make a visit. As a matter of fact, Mike was telling me I have to learn to use a camera, so that I can take a camera and come home because that's home. All right. So Mike, there's a challenge. You have to teach me to use the camera so that I can go out on my own and just cover what I call the rural communities. He like to call it the country, but it's the rural community. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't care how you call it, but But big
Not
up
all
to
you.
Miss John.
Yes.
Jesse rooting for you and St. Andrews Convent, Grenville. We coming down for the crown.
Well, that is who we are to back.
We backing everybody, but that's a special little India.
Nice. All right.
Have a great
Have
day,
a good
Mr.
one.
Gordon.
All right. All right. Bye-bye. Good. All right. 10 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Before we take that commercial break, let me just read a comment here on our WhatsApp. In all fairness, the PM has to travel. He is new to government. Our ex-PM was well known regionally and internationally. What is needed is good public relations and learn to respect the seat of PM, regardless of party. The world is fast changing and it is mandatory for the PM to show his face. All right, good, nice. Someone on Facebook says, that's Glenn Andrew Mark. He says, she's not paying attention. The PM gave updates recently about crimes and the state of Grenada. This Anne-Marie is not truthful. Leave Anne-Marie alone, I say. All right. Okay, before we take that commercial break, let's take that final caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. I have to share my piece with this thing. Anne-Marie is someone I know, and you know me, Innocent. I have voiced my opinion against all governments, including the one that I support, the NDC.
Right.
But Anne-Marie has lost it, and I made that in a comment before. It's like someone asking for a cake. They don't want the one that I don't want this one that I have. I don't want it. And then when they get the one that they're asking for, they come up with all sorts of ridiculous analysis as to why it is not good for them. And I don't think people are against Anne-Marie for voicing of concerns and opinions, but it is not. Some of them are not fair, and she are not rationalizing what she's saying. I mean, I have to be very honest. Okay. That is what I'm. Listen to the comment that she made prior to the statement, that the comments that she made. Mm-hmm. That one person take all this stupidness. Who is she referring to? No, I mean, Innocent, you as the host need to stop and ask, what is she talking about? No. And it's these other things people are upset about. Not only the fact that she's commenting and voicing her opinion. I think that is healthy. We have always accommodated that. Yes. But anytime you go off track, right, people tend to take objection to it. Okay. I just criticize the government. I would not stop when they make foolishness. Okay. I will always be who I am, but you have to be objective in so doing. And I think that's
the credit done. Okay, all right, I'll send some for you. All right, folks, it's 8 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take our final commercial break in the segment, and we'll be back after this for the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
My name is Alimaka Motley. I've been here doing nails since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, you have the COVID, you have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment. NIS will be giving you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
Parents, do you go to bed with the knowledge that your children are comfortably asleep in the next room? Or are they allowed to attend every Fed advertised? You are responsible for the safety and well-being of your children, and it is your responsibility to know their whereabouts. Children should not be at adult events. Please guide your children, engage them in age-appropriate activities. Let us be spicy parents for this carnival season and beyond. S. Speak to your children about positive behavior. P. Pay attention to them at all times. I. Inspire good behavior in your children by also displaying good behavior. C. Check with your children. Always know their whereabouts. Y. You are responsible for your children. Maintain control to keep them safe. This is a message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Get ready to catch all the action. The CPL returns August 16th to September 24th. Be watching.
Grenada's broadcast of Republic Bank CPL 2023 is made possible by Republic Bank. We're the one for you. The National Lotteries Authority, Grenada, and Hard On Plus.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Spice Up returns to the Esplanade Mall Courtyard. Spice Up the Esplanade. Every Wednesday and Friday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Spice Up the Esplanade. Your all-in-one Spice Mass event. Get a taste of everything Carnival. From music to mass to food to fashion. All things Carnival in one place. Esplanade Mall, July 7th to August 11th. Don't you miss it.
All right, welcome back. It's 4 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and let's head back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent Gordon Joseph.
Oh, my friend, how you do?
I'm fine, thank you. You better be careful with what you do. I want to say this morning.
Of course. Tell Mr. Langine hello.
Good morning, Mr. Langine. God bless you, and I hope you really know Jesus as your personal Savior.
Nice.
Gordon, my contribution this morning is to remind Grenadians that Carnival is not God. They say it's culture, and culture is spelled C-U-L-T-U-R-E. So it's culture. Now, regardless of how we live, what we do, we're going to die. And the Bible says after death is judgment. And there is a heaven, there is a hell. And so I just want to remind Grenadians, in everything they do, remember you have an everlasting soul that needs to be saved. And I pray that God, that you would commit your life to Christ. So if ever death comes, whenever it comes, you are prepared to meet your God. God bless you, and have a blessed day.
Have a good one yourself, eh? Bye-bye. Nice. 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. That is the time. You know, I am longing for the day when people, as macho individuals, will learn to celebrate one another's differences, you know? We don't necessarily have to have the same opinion on things, you know? Listen to my opinion, I'll listen to yours, and have a genuine conversation about it. But this, you know, animosity and friction because of my opinion being different to yours, that's immature. Good morning, caller. No, you gotta get that fixed and call back. I want to hear my grandchildren talk when they want to talk to me. And if you continue doing this, you're going to deaf me. You understand? It's imperative that you shut the volume of your radio or television down when you're calling to the program. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Mr. Innocent.
Hi, how are you?
Somebody's opinion could be based on facts. Some other people's opinion are based on fiction.
But is their opinion still?
Yes, they're based on fiction. What do you think? On fantasies, on dreams.
Whatever it is based on, someone's opinion is theirs, and you have to respect that.
And opinion are not facts. Now, I look at...
we don't have much time, eh?
Even recently, someone said about you serve your God. I think one God we have. So my God and your God might be the same thing, but it's a different concept of God.
Caller, I am sorry, but I have a management indictment on me as it relates to my time. I have to cut it off here because I have to join the BBC. Thank you for your contribution. I hope we can continue with it tomorrow. Thank you for participating, all those of you. If the good Lord spare your lives, we'll do it again tomorrow, same time, same frequency. We've got to join the BBC. Bye-bye.